Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now the end of February of 2022, and we're only getting closer to TV shows like The Bad Batch Season 2, the Kenobi series, Star Wars Andor, and yes, even The Mandalorian Season 3 before we head over into the Ahsoka Tano series for 2023. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, I am on Twitter at Mike01 if you guys want to go ahead and give me a follow on there. I do post a couple of entertaining things from time to time and really make sure to interact with you guys further. So it's even all the more exciting right now is that, yes, we are getting very close to the marketing run for the Kenobi TV series, which, by the way, begins in mid to late March, give or take. You know, we already got the official poster for the Kenobi TV series teasing everything related to Kenobi's life on Tatooine and him actually owning Anakin's lightsaber still on his hilt. It's a very interesting poster. Go ahead and check it out if you have not seen. But May 25th is the day that the Kenobi TV series drops on Disney Plus. That's really going to give us a movie quality TV series, meaning that it's going to have that real cinematic feel because it is a far higher budget in comparison to the Book of Boba Fett and The Mandalorian Season 2 combined. Now, moving ahead here, we already know that a lot of things are happening for Darth Vader in the Kenobi TV series. Now, one thing that we already know about is that he will not be showing up until Chapter 3 in the Kenobi show. So the first two chapters are really going to focus more so on Kenobi's life and his time on Tatooine, and slowly building things up to Darth Vader's presence. Once he appears in Chapter 3, he will be appearing in every single chapter that comes after that. So, with that being said, however, what's really exciting has everything to do with exactly what's in store for the future of the Star Wars universe with the Kenobi TV show. Now, specifically, of course, with new Star Wars TV shows currently in the works by Disney and Lucasfilm, director Deborah Chow is still working very hard on the Kenobi show for Disney Plus. Now, it's described that one of the major scenes that they are currently working on in post-production is set to take place within Vader's castle on Mustafar that will unveil new secrets about the Jedi lore and even new artifacts that once belonged to the Jedi. It's described that one of the big scenes in the Kenobi series will involve a detailed moment in which Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader is set to walk into an area within his castle on Mustafar, followed by removing his helmet, where fans will get an in-depth glimpse of Vader's face, portrayed by Hayden for the second time in Chapter 4 of the series. Now, the scene is set to progress to a moment where a mysterious figure appears suddenly within the Vader castle and begins talking to Vader about the concept of immortality and resurrection. This figure is described to appear near similar, if not the same, as the Black Bishop from Vader Immortal. So let me just stop right there for a second. If you guys have not seen Vader Immortal, or if you guys have not interacted with Vader Immortal, go ahead and at the very minimum check out some footage, check out some of the cutscenes, you know, check out some of the art. It gives you a real sense of what Vader's castle really holds and the life that actually resides within that castle. So, what's really exciting about Darth Vader is that there's a lot of secrets inside of the castle on Mustafar. There's a lot of trophies in there. There's a lot of things that Darth Vader owns that he actually claimed as his own over the past couple of years. Again, in case you guys did not know, Vader takes place, 10 years after the events of Episode 3. So, this whole entire, situation where you have Vader inside of the castle, removing his helmet with this Black Bishop-esque figure, this is all 10 years after the events of Episode 3. It's not a flashback, it's not a flash-forward scene or anything around those, lines. It's nothing like that. It's actually based in present time. So, moving from that, both Vader and the figure have a conversation about a complex device that can make all of this possible, to the point where Vader eventually brings up the subject of his loved one, Padme Amidala, that passed away 10 years ago. This entire scene is set to take place in front of a large tomb-like structure, as Vader talks to the Black Bishop-like figure that teleports from different points in his castle as he talks to Vader. So again, this character, or this figure, whatever it is able to teleport, again, setting things up that this could very well be the Black Bishop. Now, is there a possibility that it's not the Black Bishop? Absolutely. It could very well be something that's just like that character. Again, if you guys have not seen that character, check out the Black Bishop on the Vader Immortal footage. It's amazing. It's a very interesting design for a character that once had a different identity. I won't really spoil everything, but there's a very interesting story to Vader Immortal if you guys have not checked that out. So, moving past all of this, alright, this really does bring a lot of fans to wonder exactly where we are. You know, exactly where is Vader and this figure as they are actually having this intense conversation. So, it all begins to dwindle down to a moment in which, at this point, Vader is still holding his helmet in his hands, where there is a blinking red light on the side of his helmet, creating some kind of a warning alarm. Vader eventually puts the helmet back on, where he begins to sound just like classic Vader from the original trilogy. Here, Vader's voice is deeper than how it was in Revenge of the Sith. The figure that is likely to be the Black Bishop hands Vader the special lightsaber hilt he tells him the concept of immortality and resurrection during this time further, and the complex path it will take, and revealing that Palpatine made false promises to him. Now, the entire scene is set to involve a moment in which where Vader speaks about his distrust with Palpatine and that he did not actually trust in him making his own suit, where eventually the scene moves to a point in time where Vader uses the Force to open this large tomb-like structure that is within Vader's castle. At this point, it's implied that this could very well take place within the Sith tomb, or cave, whatever it may be, that resides underneath Vader's castle on Mustafar. Vader then drops the large covering of the tomb, smashing on the ground, where what's inside is set to be teased for what's to be unveiled for Chapter 5 of the Kenobi TV series. So, this is a very important thing that a lot of fans need to know, is that Vader's castle will be a highlight in the Kenobi show, and it's going to have a different tone in comparison to Rogue One. We're going to get a more vivid view of the interior of the castle. Now, sure, we did get an interior view of the castle in Rogue One, but not all that much. You know, we got what appeared to be the observatory, where both Krennic and Vader speak, and we got the back-to-tank chamber, right, where you had the guards around him. Those are the only two interior shots of Vader's castle that we really got. Of course, we got the bridge entranceway, but other than that, it was mostly the exterior shots that really interested a lot of fans. Now, the thing about this is that from what it seems is that we are going into either a sub-basement of the castle or somewhere on the lower half of the castle that has yet to have been explored in the Disney canon. That involves a lot of tombs, Sith tombs, classic artifacts that once belonged to the Sith and/or the Jedi, and this mysterious figure that is able to teleport from point A to point B throughout the entirety of the castle. It's a very interesting, you know, way that they are going with the Kenobi series, and how Darth Vader's side of the story is going to be very dark and ominous and just very mysterious like this. And I think it's great that they're having a scene with him having no helmet on, holding the helmet in his hands, showing us the humanity of Darth Vader, of who he really is, and showing us the scars, showing us the burns, and how Hayden is going to be playing the character in this very given moment. So there's a lot coming our way, and there's a lot of things that Deborah Chow is very excited to reveal. Even Ewan McGregor said, without any kind of, you know, deceptive things going on in marketing, he said that nothing to do with marketing here, this show is really going to satisfy fans. It really is going to make everybody happy. So let's just hope that Ewan McGregor is sticking to his words there and really not over-exaggerating. Anyways, guys, you know, drop a comment below. Let me know about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.